All right, so I was watching the Democratic debate the other night on CNN, and there were a couple of things that were just astounding to me. One of them was Chris Dodd, who, in my opinion, just outright lied. And this is what he had to say.
Not the people here, when they make the statement that they will uphold precedent, and they raise their right hand before the Judiciary Committee and make that commitment, and then violate that commitment, that I find highly offensive. That will not happen in a Dodd administration.
Now, in case you aren't aware of some of the context here, he's talking specifically about Chief Justice John Roberts, and he's leveled this charge before for months, and he's still on it. And the craziest thing about this is that he's saying that Roberts promised that he would not overturn precedent, and that Dodd believed that promise, and that's why he confirmed him. But no justice of the Supreme Court would ever make that promise, and no senator or president would ever want a justice to make that promise. It's a ludicrous promise. Every single person in the Senate, every single person in the court, every single president has always disagreed with some precedent and wanted it to be overturned. Ask anybody involved if they agreed with Brown versus Board of Education. They all say yes. And that was overturning a precedent. Of course, sometimes you overturn precedent. And in fact, John Roberts, in his confirmation hearings, went on and on in detail about when it is appropriate to revisit a precedent to consider overturning it. It's a huge part of his hearings. For Dodd to keep trotting out this thing that Roberts somehow promised he wouldn't overturn a precedent is absolutely ludicrous, and it's a lie. Now, here's what Obama had to say that really kind of annoyed me.
This year, we saw the highest casualty rates for American troops in Iraq since this war started. The same, by the way, is true in Afghanistan. If we have seen a lowering violence rate, that's only compared to earlier this year. We're back to where we started back in 2006. Now,
if you look kind of seasonally, if you compare month to month, say October 2007 to October 2006, he's absolutely wrong. October 2007 was by far the lowest number of casualties we've had in any October since the war began. 38 compared to 106 last year and 96 the year before that. September was also lower this year than it was in 2006. And November looks to be the lowest November we've had so far if things stay as they have been throughout the month so far. If you look at the average number of casualties per month, we have somewhere around 1.3 per month right now. In order, if this keeps up, then this will be the lowest 2-month period that we've had going back to March of 2004. Now let that sink in. And by a lot too. No 2-month period has come even close to the one that we're having right now, unless you go back all the way to March 2004. So I'd have to say that Barack Obama is not only wrong, but way off when he says that our casualty rate is not very low right now. It is very low. And we can only hope and pray that it gets even lower.
I want to grow up to be a politician and take over this beautiful land. I want to grow up to be a politician and be the old US of A's #1 man. I'll always be tough, but I'll never be scary. I want to shoot guns.